Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 2 composition project point 7, all your ducks in a row. So we're going to be taking a look at Merrily We Roll Along, as we have been for this entire composition project, and we're going to do some things with it. Your final piece is going to be in 3 sections. It needs to have the melody, the Merrily We Roll Along, the tune, the transform melody into major or minor. I did promise that I would write out the rest in minor before the next video. I have failed you, because now this is 2 videos afterwards. You know what? Hang on a moment. Will you look at that? The magic of OBS. Anyway, so as I was saying, look at my completed minor thing that has been completed for the past 2 videos. Anyway, so what we need to do is choose an order for bam, bam, and bam to appear in. So, doesn't really matter, whatever you feel like. So, I'm going to start out with minor, and then go to the original line that I created, and then go to the major version of the tune. So that's the order that I'm going to go in. 1, 2, 3. I'd write that on my worksheet. Now I'm going to set up a grand staff. You'll pick a new piece of staff paper. I am just conserving paper, and I have room down here. So I'm going to set up a grand staff. Bam, bam. And I'm starting in minor, so I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is write out the 3 melodies in the order you have chosen. I have chosen in the treble staff. So I'm going to write that one out first, and then that, and then that. If you wish, you may choose to write one of the 3 in the bass staff instead. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. All right, and here we go. So I've written my minor melody here, and I've provided a double bar line and a warning that the key signature is going to change on the next line because I am a nice human being. I have my original tune up here. I've decided to write it up an octave, because why not? And then I exercise my option to write the original Mary Had a Little Lamb tune down in the bass here. There's some, minor issues. So there's some phantom note heads that don't belong there. But I've decided to write it in octaves. That is B and B, A and A, G and G, A and A. That's a pretty comfortable thing to do on piano. And we'll, talk more about octaves next unit. Unit 3. We're almost there. So the next thing to do is, pianists have 2 hands, so you're going to want to write appropriate chords in the other staff. You must use your keyboard texture, this thing, for your original line and your new melody. For the mode transform melody, so this one, you may use basic chords like this, or you can use a keyboard texture, either this one or a different one, whatever you feel like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then explain what I did. And we're back. So I have copied this down here. I copied this up in the treble staff because I've written the melody in bass staff. And here, I decided to do a slower stride piano sort of thing. Octave, chord, octave, chord, octave, chord, octave, chord. So I have keyboard textures filled in, so both hands are doing things at all times. Next step is step number 5, include some dynamic markings. This is not optional. When writing for keyboard, dynamic markings go between the staves. So, I need to think, how do I want this to go? Well, I know that I want the end to be loud. I have this melody in the bass, I want it to be kind of like louder and ponderous. So I'll put a forte there. I think I want the beginning to be kind of mysterious. It's in minor. So I'll make it piano, and then this is like bright and cheery. So I'll give that a mezzo forte. And notice that I'm writing them between the staves in this like weird kind of cursive-ish thing. Then, final step, if desired, you may spice up your compositions by having brief transitions, embellishing melodies, etc. So let me think. Flee, 2, 1, 2, flee, 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 2, 2, 2. Flee, 5, 5, flee, 2, 1, 2, flee, flee, flee. I kind of want to change that rhythm. If you know about dotted 8/16 rhythms, that's great. You're allowed to use them. If you don't worry about it. Da 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 da. Ooh, I want to extend that one too. And then I'm thinking, hey, Da, 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 da. So what scale did I sing up there? Da, da, da. That's a flat 3. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. It's not the same as I sang last time. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I'm transitioning to major. So 6, 7. Not playing this out well in terms of spacing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 7, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then, so I have 1 in the bass, 2, 3, 2, 1. I want to step up and start the octaves a little earlier. So I'll do that. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Cool. So now I'm going to go down to the piano and see how this looks. Such a master of transitions. Bet you didn't even notice that I changed rooms. Anyway, so that is the composition project. So go ahead and do that, and we'll chat about it. And once everything is squared away, it'll be time to perform it for the class. See you next time.